Assalamualaikum and good evening everyone. Welcome to our forum which will discuss the hot topic that commonly hit our society today. As usual, I'm Nurashima binti Matsi, your moderator for today. I will be accompanied by some great and experienced panelists. Today, we have Dr. Nur Awatif as an assistant officer for the Ministry of Health Malaysia, and we also have Ms. Nurul Aina as a psychology student representative from the University of Malaya. Alright, back to our topic this evening, social media and mental health issues in Malaysia, the good, the bad, and the ugly. As we know, we more often depend on our smartphones for work, school, our personal and social life. When was the last time you left home without your phone and kept on going? The internet has become a significant part of our daily life, and it is having an impact on today's society, and it related to our mental health. Social media comes with many benefits and very useful in our daily life. Maybe our panelists today have their own perspective for the issue. So without wasting our time, let me start the forum with Dr. Awatif. Dr. Awatif, what do you think about the topic for today?
Assalamualaikum everyone. Thank you to our moderator. I'm Nur Awatif. Okay, without wasting any time, I am going to brief about the positive effect that social media can have on healthy mental. You know that human beings are social creatures? Okay, here are several frequently overlooked positive effects. First, inspire healthy lifestyle changes. It sounds ridiculous, right? Actually, no. Social media can be used as a motivational tool to achieve healthy lifestyle goals such as quitting smoking or attending the gym on a regularly basis. What I mean is that announcing a goal via social media and regularly posting about it promotes accountability to others. And according the research has shown that sharing a goal publicly not only promote accountability, but helps to stay focused and increase chance of success, such as weight loss or sobriety for recovering alcoholics. Next, based on my research, in this generation, Gen Z generation, our society has become increasingly addicted to social media, and the younger generation is seen as more involved in social media. According to the study, even as young as 8 years old have been involved in social media due to environmental factors as influenced by family members and friends. In my opinion, social media is the best place to relieve loneliness by opening up a new communication pathways. Social media offers the chance to connect with others and offers enough anonymity to allow people with mental illness to express themselves without revealing their identities. In other words, it allows self-expression without the danger of stigma. Other than that, strengthening existing relationship is also one of the positive effects to healthy mental. Here I want to ask who doesn't know Twitter, right? Tweet apps are just one example of how social media can build new relationships. Social media and not only Twitter can also help manage relationships, especially with those who live far away from each other. In my situation, I can keep in touch with my patient who live far away from me, and especially at this time which is we must to stay at home and follow the movement restricted order. So we have social media to thank for that.
It seems Dr. Awatif more prefer to the good side of the social media. Social media can help many people. By the way, other than the good of social media, do you think the social media had a bad effect to our society? Okay, let's proceed our topic with Miss Aina. Maybe she has another opinion in this issue.
Thank you, Ms. Chairperson. Assalamualaikum and very good evening to the panelists and the audience. I'm so glad to be one of the guests here. As Ms. Chairperson has mentioned just now, I'm a final year student at University of Malaya and I'm taking Bachelor of Psychology. So, along with the good comes the bad. Social media itself is not the problem. It is the way people use it in place of actual communication and in-person socializing. Friends on social media may not actually be friends and may even be strangers. The bad side of social media is that social media is addicting. When you are playing a game or accomplishing a task, you seek to do it as well as you can. Once you succeed, your brain will give you a dose of dopamine and other happiness hormones, making you happy. The same mechanism function when you post a picture to Instagram or Facebook. Once you see all the notifications for likes and positive comments popping up on your screens, you will subconsciously register it as a reward. But that's not all. I do see the point of view that social media is full of mood-modifying experiences. Secondly, it can increase usage. The more time spent on social media can lead to cyberbullying, social anxiety, depression, and exposure to content that is not age-appropriate. Next, the fear of missing out, or known as FOMO. FOMO has become a common theme and often leads to continual checking of social media sites. The idea that you might miss out on something if you are not online can affect your mental health. The final point I have is self-image issues. Social media sites provide tools that allow people to earn others' approval for their appearance and the possibility to compare themselves to others. It can be associated with body image concerns. The selfie-holics and people who spend most of their time posting and scrolling are the ones most vulnerable to this. In fact, most college girls who use Facebook at least 5 times a day are likely to link their self-worth to their looks. That doesn't mean that the main problem is social media. It only provides a medium for it, which further elevates the problem. It also promotes the same sort of behavior to others.
So, is it possibly due to age factor? Or maybe not? But it's okay. Let's continue our forum today with Dr. Awatif. Doctor, what do you think about the ugly of social media?
Okay, move to the ugly sides. Do you know that in the early post-independence years in Malaysia, high mortality rates were mostly due to infectious disease? The initial Malaysia plans were therefore focused on such in medical priorities. Thanks to the Malaysia's systematic planning and dedicated implementation. Mental illness affects every part of a person's life, including their physical health, occupation, family, and social relationship. Family members of patients with mental illness suffer as well. Social media is also the cause of mental illness. Social media ideal is usually a combination of non-surgical treatment, makeup, lighting, and filter. A large group of people between 25 to 35 are the most connected to social media trends and are at risk of losing touch with reality and expectation that we are supposed to look like a perfect, filtered, editing version of ourselves all the time.
It's like they are the ugly of social media can trigger mental health. Wow, I'm speechless. Not surprisingly, rumination is said to have a negative effect by producing a more depressed and unhappy mood. Not only is this unpleasant in itself, but from what we know about optimism and pessimism, this brings a all new set of consequences. Thank you, Dr. Awatif. How about you, Miss Aina? Any point of view?
Indeed, I agree with Dr. Awatif. To add to your point, social media is propagating and accentuating unrealistic expectation of beauty, which lead to body dysmorphic disorder, or known as BDD. Obsessing over the way we look in a 2D image can trigger symptoms of body image. Statistics from Mental Health Foundation found that 22% of adults and 40% of teens say that the images on social media cause them to worry about their body image. Selfies and social media can cause concern about how we look to become real mental health issues just because of compare and despair behavior. I feel that these flaws are often unnoticeable to others. It can affect people of any age and gender, but is most common in teenagers and young adults. This is because BDD is medically defined as a mental health condition where a person spends a lot of time worrying about flaws in their appearance. It is important to realize that a person with BDD has either a very slight defect or non-existing defect, so you will not be able to see what is causing them to be so preoccupied. Spending a lot of time being preoccupied and worried about your appearance, spending a lot of time negatively comparing yourself to others, looking at yourself in the mirror for long periods of time and focusing on specific loss or avoiding mirrors altogether because thinking that you are hideous and ugly, avoiding certain situations for fear of being judged by others, and trying to hide your defect, for example, by wearing a lot of makeup. These are all the examples of BDD signs. BDD is serious but a treatable mental illness. National Institute of Clinical Excellence (NICE) recommended a cognitive behavior therapy (CBT) and selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors for treatment of this BDD. Social media have the potential to fuel insecurities by encouraging people to compare themselves to others. People need to think carefully about whom they follow on social media and to ensure that they follow a mixture of people, including people who they admire and respect for reasons unrelated to their appearance. People should set limits on the amount of time that they spend on social media and ensure that they do not check in at times they are feeling particularly anxious about their appearance. Also, they can seek validation and pleasure in other ways, such as by participating in activities that they enjoy and spending time with people who make them feel good about themselves.
Yeah, we are already hearing the great explanation from Dr. Awatif and Miss Aina about social media and mental health issues in Malaysia. There's a lot of scientific or psychological information about this issue. Even I just realized how social media dominate and make an impact in our daily life. It also could affect to our mental health if we misuse or overuse it extremely without educational matter about this issue. Unfortunately, we don't have so much enough time to discuss this issue any longer. So that's all from us today. Thanks to our panelists for spending their time to discuss this issue together. See you next time.